Wow, wow, wow. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Scott Casey Willfield number one here, and I'm going to give you my recap and review of last night's episode of Mayans M.C. Season 4, Episode 5, entitled Death of the Virgin. It was written by Sean Clayton Varela, and it was directed by Elgin James. And man, oh man, what a crazy episode this was! A lot of deaths in this episode. This episode was crazy as hell, especially the big death at the end of the episode. So, wow. Okay, let's begin with the recap, shall we? Here we go. Okay. It says, it says, Death of the Virgin opens with Anna Linares and her husband raising Adelita's baby. Adelita appeared at the start of the season, stalking Anna's husband in New Mexico. As he came home from work, in the opening scene, Adelita brutally murders both Anna and her husband. Afterwards, she leaves and heads off with her baby. She only appears at the end of the episode. She appears again at the end of the episode, so Death of the Virgin, where she has a breakdown over everything that's happened. But that storyline takes place while Nails and Joe continues struggling in their relationship. Nails tries to brainstorm baby names with Angel, but he remains disinterested in anything related to his child. By the end of Death of the Virgin, Nails decides to name the baby Christopher. It's pretty interesting. And then Miguel Galindo heads towards redemption on Mayans MC. Last week's episode of Mayans MC revealed Miguel Galindo, though hiding at a convent. While there, Miguel befriended a boy named Thomas, who was hiding with his father, who was Martin, from a local gang. The two have a conversation early on in the episode and bond over the deaths of their mother. However, Thomas's father makes clear that he doesn't want his son talking to Miguel, calling him a bad guy. While Thomas Miss doesn't truly believe Miguel is a bad guy, the former the former Galindo cartel leader tells Thomas to go away. Afterwards, Miguel talks to his aunt about Dita, with with the nun of with the nun hoping to get her nephew to repent. She also hints Miguel may have a different father than he thinks as following the death of his brother. His parents stopped having sex. Dita, you know, though, was pregnant when she left the convent. This sets up Miguel eventually learning Felipe Beways is his biological father. The, the talk gets interrupted by Martin looking for Thomas. Together with the nuns, they set out in search of the child. Soon the gang, the LNG, dumps Thomas's body out on the back of their truck. Mart- Martin runs at them in grief, and they drag him off, presumably torture and murder for crossing them. Later in the night, Miguel goes to his aunt's room, clearly affected by the death of Thomas, and says he's ready to confess his sins. Love and death are in the air in Mayans MC seasons for subplots. Death of the Virgin advances a number of key Mayans MC season 4 subplots in significant ways, and they all resolve in some way around love and betrayal. Creeper sleeps Cody, the woman he met at his Narcotics Anonymous meeting. They share some details about their lives and end up having a debate about what drives people to suicide. As Cody's former partner took his own life, Creeper says he believes his life is a gift and that he's seen too much death already, hinting at him eventually changing his path in life in a major way. Another relationship that blossoms is Easy Ways and Sophia. Easy heads out to the dog pound where he got Sally and asks Sophia on a date. However, she responds by talking about her daughter, revealing that she drowned in the pool while Sophia was passed out drunk. Afterwards, Easy drives to JJ's trailer and tries to get more information out of him regarding the early conversation in which the latter hinted that he knew about the former working with the government to get out of prison. They're interrupted by Andrea, JJ's wife. wife. JJ, who understands perfectly why Easy has to come to see him. He says he'll call and they'll talk later. The Sons of Anarchy declare war on the Mayans MC. As that's going on, Emily Galindo gets accosted by a pair of private detectives. She soon learns that they're working on behalf of Marlon Busker's mother. Marlon accidentally shot himself while fighting with Easy on behalf of Emily in Mayans MC Season 2. However, Marlon's mother doesn't believe he tried to take his own life. They continue to press Emily for information, but she doesn't tell them anything and insists she hardly knew Martin. Just before the detectives leave, they warn Emily to be careful as they found her with relative ease. They also make clear that they believe Emily hired someone to murder Martin. Afterwards, Emily tries to call Easy, but he doesn't answer his phone. Just prior to Emily's call, Sophia came to Easy's trailer and the two of them had sex. Finally, the subplot involving Gildy's old military buddy continues this from last week's episode of Mayans MC. The plot sees Paul, played by wrestler Phil CM Punk Brooks, barricading himself in a room with his child. Gilly breaks down the door and sees Paul holding a knife under his chin, trying to convince his son to stab him. Gilly picks the child up and takes him to Easy's trailer, uh, where he waits during the ceremony. The Mayans MC holds to honor its dead. When he returns the child home later, there's a short conversation with his former captain and Paul's wife, Ray, about Paul's bad behavior. Gilly is clearly concerned for Ray, but she seems willing to brush his behavior off. A, a major Minds MC member meets Mr. Mayhem. In Death of the Virgin, members of the various Minds MC characters arrive at the Santo Padre clubhouse to honor their fallen members. Soon after he arrives, Conche asks for a meeting with Alvarez. The two talk, and Conche reveals Albanquero didn't deliver their last shipment of drugs. Alvarez agrees they can reassess their approach after the ceremony. However, just how effective the, they'll, they'll be is unclear. Mayans MC also shows Alban Quayo's reaction to the club killing his accountant Randall in a conversation with Sister Soledad. Alban Quayo says he wants to go over. Alban Quayo says he wants to go to war with the club, while Soledad tries to talk him out out of it as they're struggling financially after Randall's death, which lost them a ton of money. Alvin Quirrell remains defiant. Easy spends most of the day trying to make peace with the other Mayans MC charters. There's angering Bishop and his loyalists in the process. That night, Alvarez gives us gives a speech about how the club is going to move past it, how the club is going to move past its past problems, calling the Civil War its darkest day. Then they begin then they begin honoring the dead. Later, Alvarez goes for a meeting with Oakland Charter President Diaz in Temple. There, Diaz tries to convince Alvarez to disband the Santo Padre Charter for the good of his club, even bringing up how the Godfather once made the hard decision to sacrifice his own son to preserve the Mayans MC initially. Alvarez is resistant. However, a fight soon breaks out when some non Santa Padre Charter members begin insulting Steve, who took his own life in season 3. Initially, Easy tries to make peace, but he's unsuccessful. So Alvarez walks in on the bar and declares Diaz may have been right, saying maybe it's time to cut off the effing cancer. The Santa Padre Clubhouse isn't the only place where bad things happen, though. In Oakland, Coco watches fireworks to celebrate the dead. He ends up calling his girlfriend Hope, who unbeknownst to him, quit her job in a dramatic fashion early in the day, out of frustration. Hope reveals that she's struggling with the desire to relapse, and Coco says he believes the relationship is all either of them need. They talk about how they love each other and eventually hang up. However, after they hang up, the Sons of Anarchy, led by Terry, roll up and fire into the crowd. A number of mines are killed or injured. The most high profile casualty is Coco, who is hit with several bullets and clearly dead at the end of the episode. And I would give this episode 4.5 stars, 2 thumbs up, and 8 triple plus, and a solid 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I I c- I'm, I didn't expect. It was unexpected that Coco was going to be killed at the end, but I kind of saw his death coming, especially after he told Hope that he loves her. It was really sad to see Coco go, especially after he was getting his life back together after having a serious drug problem in season 2 and 3. Three. I didn't agree with them. I didn't agree with them killing him up, but I understand why they did it, because they did it for shock value. But the question is how is Hope gonna find out, and how is this gonna affect Hope, and what is Hope, because Hope was pretty crazy in this episode, especially at the scene at the store where she cracked the eggs because she was arguing with a customer who was insulting her. I mean, the women in this episode were pretty crazy, but yeah, it was like I said. I mean, it was really sad to see Coco get killed off, because I really like this character. I really like, as I said earlier, I was really enjoying how Coco was getting his life back together, getting back on the right track, and sadly he gets killed off. And now that Coco is dead, oh boy, a bunch of shit is gonna go down next week's episode. Unfortunately, we did not see Tig in this episode, because Kim Coates did confirm that he is returning in Mayans MC season 4 as Tig, but he didn't exactly say what episode he's returning in. And I'm guessing that Tig will be back in next week's episode or the following episode. So, but yeah, a lot of crazy shit is going to be happening in the 5 remaining episodes. Like because we know that Coco's death, as I said, is gonna affect the Mayans MC in a really, really bad. And you know that they're gonna come gunning for the Sons of Anarchy Motorcycle Club. And it's not going to end very well for them. And the next question is who's going to be the next person to meet Mr. Mayhem? I'm guessing that Bishop is going to end up meeting Mr. Mayhem in some way, fashion, or form. And I'm like I said, I don't really care for Emily Galindo. I mean, the actress that plays it is good, but I just don't care for her character. I find Emily Galindo and the storyline they're doing it for her boring. They just need to end that. They need to end this whole entire Emily Galindo storyline. Either kill her character off or write her off in some way. And the whole entire thing with Miguel Galindo, I like Danny Pino as an actor. I think Danny Pino is a good actor, but I find his character Miguel Galindo kind of boring. I didn't mind him the first two seasons, but by season three, I kind of got bored with his character. But in a way, I kind of find what they're doing with him this season interesting. The question is, Miguel Galindo is going to confess his sins and he's going to repent, but is he going to stay that way, or is he going to go because the Galindo cartel is dead? So yeah, how is this all going to play out with Miguel Galindo confessing his sins and sins and the question is him and Emily Galindo going to get back together due to Miguel Galindo repenting and confessing his sins, or are they just going to completely wipe that storyline out? Honestly, I don't care. Like I said, I don't care about the whole entire Miguel Galindo and Emily Galindo storyline. I find it very annoying and kind of cringy what they're doing with Emily Galindo. It's just that they just need to move on past that. They need to move on past that. They need to end that. Like I said, end that storyline ASAP because it's getting boring and it's no longer needed. But it is, in a way, it is very, very interesting. Interesting. So yeah, this was a pretty crazy episode. I liked a lot. I liked a lot of the stuff that was happening. It was pretty, especially the beginning when Adelita killed government agent Anna Linares and her husband Scott in cold blood. And the reason, yeah, and the reason why Adelita did is because back in season two, when Anna Linares was working with Lincoln Potter, she was the one that imprisoned Anna with a baby, and she and all that horrible stuff that Lincoln Potter and Anna Linares were putting Adelita through. Did I think that Anna Linares deserved to die? Well, I mean, not really. I mean, I didn't expect her to get killed off early so soon in the season, but you can't blame Adelita. I think Adelita could have handled it better because the one who she should be really going after is Lincoln Potter. And the question is Lincoln Potter is supposed to be back this season. But is he gonna find out that Anna Linares and her husband Scott are dead? And is Adelita gonna be going after Lincoln Potter next? And is she finally gonna kill him? Or did she already kill him? We just don't know about. No, I don't. I think Lincoln Potter is alive, and I think eventually Lincoln Potter is gonna finally get his. But is it gonna be this season or is it gonna be next season if Mayans MC does get renewed for season 5? Now I want to talk about the whole entire Gilly and his friend Paul, who's played by CM Punk. They didn't really they didn't really do very much with that, but the reason why his like I don't know, it's just CM. I mean, I like CM Punk, but the character that he's playing, I'm just not. I have a slight interest in that, but I don't have a really big interest. But CM Punk is supposed to be in more episodes of Mayans MC. So how is this all gonna play out between Gilly and his friend Paul? Um, and because Paul is going through post traumatic stress syndrome, and is Paul gonna get the help that he needs, and is Gilly gonna help his friend Paul? Yeah. And yeah, so anyway, this is a really good crazy episode. What's gonna happen in the five remaining episodes? Because there's five episodes left. I wish they would do more than 10 episodes. Because Sons of Anarchy did 15 episodes every season. I kind of wish that Mayans MC would also do 15 episodes. But yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing next week's episode and the episodes after that. I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen with the war between the Sons of Anarchy Motorcycle Club and the Mayans MC. I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen with Adelita. Kind of kind of interested in where they're gonna go with Emily Galindo, but not really. Like I said, don't care about that. Not needed on the show, and have a sort of a kind of interest in as I was saying earlier, what's gonna happen with Gilly's friend Paul, and who's ad leader gonna go after next. You stay classy, live long and prosper, and I will be back here Thursday to do my recap and review of Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 1, Episode 2. Good night, everybody, and thank you for watching. And comment down below in the comment section. Tell me what you think is going to happen in the five remaining episodes of Mayans MC. What did you think of Coco's death? If I just want to say to the actor that played Coco is Richard Kabai. Richard Kabai, you did a really good job playing the character of Johnny Coco Cruz. Cruz, you really made us feel for the character. And you did a good job playing him for those 4 seasons. Anyway, you all have a good night, and I will see you Thursday for my Star Trek Strange New Worlds review. But peace out.